let's talk about the trans community. You know, we don't do that enough on this show.
I think we do it more than most shows, probably.
That's probably true. Controversy erupted last week when some clowns who probably don't pay any attention to Division II sports, unless there's some sort of trans controversy, were upset because a woman, Cece Telfer, won the 400-meter hurdles in Division II last week, and she had transitioned into becoming a woman the year before, and so a lot of people out there are upset that, watch out, she's, they're taking over our sports.
This is hilarious to me because, it's clearly coming from a place of hate, of like, I don't understand the trans community, so I hate them, and I don't want them in my sports. No one in America gives a flying fuck about track and field. In Europe, of course, it's a huge thing, but in America, no one cares.
Well, especially D2.
D2, exactly.
It was D2. She's at Franklin Pierce. She had been competing in men's track and field before that. And she did win the 400 meters, which is a great accomplishment, but was by no means a dominant athlete. Did not make the finals in other events, did not do particularly well overall the year before, but did have this one event. And suddenly, like, people are paying attention to it like it's the biggest thing in the world.
Exactly. Like, they're ruining it for the other women competing, the women who were cis women, I guess you say, competing in this thing. But she's not dominating. She won one event. She's in D2. She comes in fourth place all the time. It's not like it's like some cheat code or like that. Like she gets to take steroids and no one else does. It is insane that people are mad. And if you're mad about this, it's truly coming from a place of hate inside your own heart. If you have the courage to become a part of the trans community and go through all of the hellish things you have to do to transition, you should be allowed to play sports. It's not something they're doing just to dominate women's D2 events. It's not like the 400-meter hurdles. Winning that is like a free pass around the world. That she decided to go through this for that. If you're a trans person and you go through these things, compete in whatever sport you want. And again, she's not the best. If she was like D1, like Olympian, we're going through this. And that's, I don't have a problem with that either. If you transition and you're the best at what you do, great.
Right, and everything that the woman Telford did is totally, NCAA, and it is complicated. They've had to make rules about all this, but everything she did, hormones, blah, 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 was like, exactly what the rules say you should do, and there was nothing going on. It reminds me a little bit of sometimes, and I saw this last week too, like a minor league baseball team will have, Pride Night. It's Pride Month right now.
Did you see the comments on the Dodgers post for last week was Pride Night, I guess?
No.
And
so that's not, I wasn't even talking.
Yeah, they flew the like rainbow flag and the trans pride flag at the same height as the American flags, because they're all the flags, and all of the comments were literally in LA were like, they should not be flying as high as the American flag, like this is bullshit, like it was insane.
People are so full of hate, and this is like, we're going to talk about flags. Here's another one. At the hockey game in the NHL finals the other night, I don't know if it was in Boston or Toronto. I think it was in Toronto. They have it must have been in Boston. I think it was American troops. They have a color guard. They have the American flag. They have, I think, like a Canadian flag. They have the Massachusetts state flag, maybe. Maybe there's a Boston flag. But then they also have a flag for Enterprise Rent-A-Car. I swear to God, they're flying a flag.
Yeah, that was in St. Louis.
Equally with all the other flags, there's a flag for Enterprise Rent-A-Car. That's how much the flag matters. That if you're mad that the gay rights flag is flying as high as the Stars and Stripes, and you're not mad about Enterprise Rent-A-Car being there, get the fuck out of my face. They're flags. Well, it's not that big a deal. If Betsy Ross could just make it up off the top of her head, who cares?
Well, yeah, there were some local conservative activists actually in Boston. This is a totally separate story, but it's related. Are planning a straight pride parade in Boston because they're getting upset with all the gay pride talk in June, and so they're doing a straight pride parade. You know what a straight pride parade is? Every other parade.
Actually, no parade is actually straight. They're all pretty gay. I don't care who you are. If you could be the most like anti-gay Irish alcoholic wastoid in the world. If you're in a parade, that's the gayest thing you've ever done. I welcome our queer and trans brothers and sisters during this month of Pride. Fly that flag higher. I think the United States flag should be at half-mast out of embarrassment for the way some Americans are treating Gay Pride Month. And that's all I have to say about that.
Our next story is related to the NBA Finals, where Drake is making his presence known, as he has really throughout the NBA playoffs. It's been kind of a fun storyline to see Drake on the sidelines in Toronto and Milwaukee and in various locales.
So
but he had to cover up during the first two games of the finals that he has apparently made a tattoo over the last couple of years of Steph Curry, who plays for the Warriors, and Kevin Durant's numbers and a little message underneath them. And now that his team, the Raptors, are playing the Warriors in the finals, he's embarrassed about that and is covering it up with like an armband.
Yeah, I think you got to sit at home. If you got tattoos of the other team, he's a Toronto fan, and I get he's from the Six. You know, he wants to be the hometown guy. He's annoying as hell on the sideline. It's like watching Jeopardy with someone when they just keep on trying to yell out the answer, even if they're wrong. They're just with the complete confidence. Him like strutting down the sidelines, talking to players, giving the coach a back massage. Like, yeah, you can't play basketball, Drake. Like, go rap or something. But don't be telling basketball players. Don't be calling Draymond Green trash. It just makes him look like the biggest dork of all time. I love that the NBA is like telling him to cool it. But if you have those tattoos, you should stay home. If you have to cover up your tattoos to go to a game because you're such a fanboy,
well, you should
you have the numbers of other players, which is a weird thing already.
That's what I'm saying. You should not get it in the first place.
No, it's a
Put
bad
another
tattoo.
man's another just random athlete's numbers on your body. That then it's not even your team.
Exactly. If it was your team,
where's the respect?
I get
Self-respect.
I get it. Like if I got Ben Roethlisberger's number 7, you know, and like a Roethlisberger written above it, it would make perfect sense for me. It would be totally in character. You know, you'd never have to cover that up out of shame.
Garth Brooks would do that. He loves Ben Roethlisberger.
You haven't seen Garth Brooks without a shirt on. He's got the full. It's like a full jersey. It's just like it looks like he's wearing a jersey even when he's bare chested, and it's Roethlisberger. And he had to get it fixed because they misspelled Roethlisberger the first time, but it looks good on him.
I find Drake kind of interesting because he's like the dominant. It's taken me a while to realize this, but he's the dominant musical force in the world. Like he has the crown. I would say if you look at the aughts in general, Drake is probably number one. Not to me.
Bigger than Beyonce? Bigger than Rihanna?
Hey, talk about album sales, who people actually listen to. He blows Beyonce and Rihanna out of the water. The only one that would be even close over the last decade would be Taylor Swift. That's definitely a different.
Taylor Swift kills him.
Would kill him, but she doesn't have like kind of the cred.
That just makes him the Big Bang Theory of hip hop. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like just because you're popular doesn't mean you're good. My favorite
some
part
of
of
his
Drake
stuff's
being a
good.
part
He
of
is
the
good though,
playoffs-
but that's what I kind of mean. Is like
Not
someone
compared
like
to
that.
someone
Usually
who's-
you're trying to be cool, and sort of his MO is not cool. He is not that interested in being cool. Like his,
I think he's very
his
interested, he just
relationship
can't
with
do it.
like Rihanna. Like he's very like seeming. I don't know if he's okay, but whatever he's doing, he like doesn't come off as like a cool guy or the coolest guy in the room, and yet he's like the most popular.
He's corny, and people like corny. But I think the best part of Drake during the playoffs was when they were playing the Milwaukee Bucks, and the owner of the Bucks, his daughter, who's a beautiful young girl, wore a Pusha T T-shirt to a game that I was like, awesome. That's the way you get back at Drake. Is just bring up Pusha T whenever you can. But yeah, if you have tattoos of the other team that you're like against, just don't go to the game. Stay at home.
Unless it's a super, the Drake curse, whatever team he supports loses.
Mm-hmm.
And he wears all the different jerseys, and he did that for the Bucks and all that kind of stuff, and then they lose and whatever. Maybe this is the long game to have the Raptors win. And Drake's dumb enough to get it tattooed on his body.
He's corny.
Does your 3-year plan for the Jeselnik and Rosenthal Vanity project
Junior Vice President.
include any tattoos?
Yeah, of course.
Because I feel like I'm
ready.
Emeka and I are itching. I don't know. It might not. They might not have to do with this podcast or not, but I'm ready to go spend some money and get a tattoo with my wife this summer before the feeling leaves me.
If you and Emeka got tattoos and you would let me be a third and get matching tattoos with you guys, I would pay for it. I would set it all up, and it would be Draymond Green's number.